The SWOT analysis. It's a very interesting and very old tool, and I find one of the most misunderstood and misused tools in the entrepreneur's toolkit. Where does the SWOT fit in the cascade? It's the boundary tool, the boundary between the organisation and the marketplace. A SWOT analysis, the S and the W are inside the business, and the opportunities and threats are in the marketplace. The same opportunities and threats that your competitors both fear and enjoy. So you can do many things with the SWOT analysis, but what I need you to remember, the strengths, the weaknesses and the opportunities and threats. Think about how we can start to use this. What are your major strengths? Is it that you've seen the opportunity? That you've got a great team? The weaknesses might be you mightn't have a particular skill. It might be financial, it might be technological. Opportunities in the marketplace, you've seen this from perhaps the positioning map. There's the gap. And the threats, there may be a very large competitor. But that's not a SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis is that what strengths can you use to minimise or offset those weaknesses? Can you quickly find a technical person or a financial person to give you even greater strength? The threat is the large competitor. The opportunity may be, if we go back to the industry value chain, is to perhaps partner with another organisation and be a larger force in that marketplace. Use your strengths to minimise those weaknesses. Use your opportunities to minimise those threats. Only then can you start to play. SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Now let's get to the strengths. What are strengths? One of my favourites is cash flow, strong cash flow. Low debt, highly skilled and motivated staff, and also recognition as a market leader. Try not to be too pessimistic or too optimistic about what you and your organisation's strengths are really like. Try to be realistic. Keep in mind the context of you and your organisation. When you compare yourself to competitors, both national, international, you might be a 3-person startup up against 100,000 people. It's tough to be in such a competitive market. I really urge you to go back to those strengths. You need that strength to enter, survive and thrive in the marketplace. Okay, weaknesses. We started with strengths. I was excited, then I read about weaknesses. Don't get depressed. Weak cash flow, high debt, low skills, unmotivated staff. What's interesting about weaknesses when I see them in organisations and in communities is that often they become habits. When you start to talk about weaknesses with entrepreneurs, they know they're there. You know they're there, but what are you going to do about it? Go back to your strengths. See whether you can use that strength to work on those weaknesses that you've identified. Many people that think that because they've got a small organisation, that is a weakness. Wrong. In fact, it's a strength. When you look at your large competitors, both nationally and internationally, they're very much like a very large ship. It takes a long time to turn around, even longer to stop. You're running a very nimble boat, can go from one opportunity to the next with little or no effort. Think about those opportunities that are right in front of you. Don't look for the bigger organisations to be your lead. Take the lead. With that ability, grasp the opportunity. Opportunities. Remember that you don't only face those opportunities, so do your competitors. Some of the favourable situations in the market you can take advantage of are to think about the competitor leaving, introduction of trade barriers to protect your market, identification of untapped market for your product, even a paradigm shift, even perhaps social media. What's that done in terms of opening up a global market for you? So many opportunities. Can you see them? We've talked about the strengths, looked at the weaknesses, remarkable opportunities. Now we're down to the threats. They ain't that bad. I wonder whether we can deal with them, treat them, but they're unfavourable for everyone in the marketplace, not just you, your competitors. Examples include new people coming into your market, economic downturns, rising interest rates, even the weather can impact dramatically on your market. Opening the economy up to international competitors could be a threat to existing domestic markets, or is it an opportunity? Can you partner with a large international organisation? I wonder whether you can see your opportunity from those threats.